In this video, I'm going to test these inexpensive pen and gear dual end markers. These are a highlighter and a marker, and these are the felt tip pens. I'm going to test them in this video. We'll also compare them to Mildliners and Papermate Flairs. Hi, I'm Kristen, and I post functional planning videos on my channel a few times a week. If you're like me and you need a gentle reminder to just keep it simple, please make sure you're subscribed, and I'll be right back. My handy dandy pen testing notebook right here, and I am so excited to try these. I don't normally go into a Walmart, so I don't have a whole lot of browsing time just to kind of see what they have, and so I've missed these. I don't know, maybe people have tried these before, but these are so new to me that I had no idea that these existed. So these were $14.57 in store, but when I pulled up the app to give you the correct price, they're actually $9.38 when you purchase them online. So if you like these after this review, make sure you grab them online, because that's a $5 difference, and I wish I would have known about that. It's a 24 count, and it's a chisel tip highlighter on one side and a bullet tip marker on the other side. It says it has translucent ink, it's quick drying and non-toxic. So there's 24 in here, and they look to be some pretty great colors. So if these colors actually match what they say they are on the barrels, I'm gonna be pretty happy about that. Then we have this 10 count of felt tip pens. These look very comparable to Papermate Flairs, and they're ultra fine tips in assorted colors. It just looks like your standard rainbow color pack. And I was hoping it would say like what size the nib is, but it just says ultra fine. I did also pick up a pack of Papermate Flairs because these were on rollback for $19, and these say they're 0.7 millimeters, and it's a medium point in the Papermate Flair universe. I've used a Flair a long time ago, but this is my first like pack of Flairs. So this is the special edition Candy Pop, and it says it won't bleed through paper. So it says it's smear and fade resistant with a reinforced point. So we have these, and we can maybe compare these to these. And then I have my trusty collection of Mildliners. Most of these Mildliners came in that 12 pack that you can get. Walmart has them, and I got mine on Amazon a long time ago. These two I purchased separately. So the darker gray and then the coral pink I purchased individually. I think the gray one I got at Michael's, and the coral one I got at Pop Shelf. Yeah, I always forget the name of that place, Pop Shelf. But anyway, we have the Mildliners to compare these, and then we have the Flairs to compare these. But first, let's go ahead and just write on the page. I'm excited to try these first, so that's what we're gonna start with. And I'm just ripping open this pack. Wow, there's a lot. And these don't have any color names on them, whereas the Mildliners do have color names. So that will be kind of a negative point, just because it's going to be hard to tell you exactly which color I'm using. So we've got the bright side and we've got the mild side. So I'm going to start with the mild side, and everyone's favorite Mildliner is always the gray. So let's start here, and that's just your nice gray. And you've got your bullet tip. And I think what I'm gonna do is just kind of keep them on this little piece of plastic they came with, just to keep them organized. So then we'll do the mild, like purple lavender color. That's a nice purple. Oh, I really like that. Already I can tell this is like the dark blue Mildliner, which I love. This seems like a nice, like a aqua teal kind of color. I don't know that I have a color that looks exactly like that. This one's a nice chartreuse. So far, my initial reaction is that I like these. This one's going to be very fluorescent. Yeah, that one is like your typical highlighter color, and that's, you know. There are other, you know, I do have the other highlighters that are like the other mild liners that are like that. I have given them to my son because I don't like that fluorescent look. It's a nice gold. Another fluorescent light orange. This one. Ooh, that's a good, that's like the vermilion mild liner. That one's very similar in color, but it's like more of a coral color. This one's going to be fluorescent. Oh, it's not too bad. It's kind of like a Barbie pink. It doesn't have that glowing, like day glow look that the other fluorescents did. So those were the more mild ones. Let's move on to the bright or the bold set. So this is the darker gray. That's a nice dark gray. A good brown. It's just like a nice, like hot cocoa color. I haven't been doing the other side. Let me go ahead and add those. Kind of got wild on that purple one, or that orchid color one. This I'm curious to see because there's a color, I want to see how close it is to this purple and see how close it is to matching one of the Cultivate What Matters colors, and I think that's a good one. We'll color match that in just a second. But this set might be a good set for people who use Cultivate What Matters and want to coordinate. Oh, I love that color. Oh, it's like the smoke blue in the mild liners. Oh, that's my favorite mild liner. This might be a really good set for your color coding for your Cultivate What Matters power sheets, because a lot of these colors look like they're going to work well with that. Speaking of color coding, I do have a free, oh, that is a nice green. That is a nice green. I do have a free printable sticky note in my freebies that you can download to do your color coding for your planner. That's another nice yellow. So this one's like a good yellow, and this is like a good gold. I'm really impressed with the colors in this so far. Oh, I need to do the line. A good orange that's gonna match October in my Erin Condren planner. Ooh, I like it. Okay, I'm happy about these. I'm happy at the price point I paid, which was the $14.57 or whatever it was. Oh, look at this red. That is a red highlighter. It looks way more like coral red, orange red on the barrel, but it's like an actual, like a red. Anyway, I am happy at the price point I paid, but I would be even more happy if I got these at the online price. So I will link them in the description so you can be sure to get the online price, which is way better. These are great. Let's do a close-up here so you can see all of the colors. I really, really like these, and if I were just starting out getting planner supplies, I would skip the mild liners and just go straight to these. They're there's way more colors than the Mildliners in the basic pack you get. Okay, so now I want to test the felt tip pens. After we test the pens, we will go ahead and compare the pens with the name brand. And I should have probably kept those in the order they came in, the rainbow order. Let's just do something like this. Is that rainbow order? I don't know, it's close enough. So these are the Pen & Gear Ultra Fine Felt Tip. And I don't know, we'll just write the color name. That's a good. And then we've got red. They write nice. They remind me of the Erin Condren Ultra Fine Tips. Now, I, again, haven't tried a Flair in a really long time, so I can't speak to yet to how they compare, but we are going to try them. So far, I like them. The yellow is a little on the pale side, but I think that's to be expected for a yellow pen. We've got light green. And we'll just say green and not dark green. This is more of like your emerald green. And then we've got light blue and blue. Purple. And black. Okay, well, I think that's your standard rainbow color selection there. So now let's compare the Mildliners with the Pen & Gear. And we'll say Pen & Gear, and this side will be Mildliners. And then we'll do the Flairs similarly in a minute. Okay, so how do we want to do this? I only have this many Mildliners, and I'm not going to test the fluorescent ones because honestly, I don't think anyone cares about the fluorescent ones, and you can get fluorescent highlighters anywhere. So we're going to skip this fluorescent yellow, and we will skip this fluorescent orange. So I'm just going to remove them just so I don't get confused. The rest of them I want to compare. So let's go back to this page and let's put the Mildliners in order of, I don't know, the colors that they might be, so that it's easy to find the ones we're looking for. And we'll just put those at the bottom. Okay, so let's start up here with red. Now this is some of my Mildliners. I have the color names. I can go and add them later for the ones that, some of mine are written in Japanese and some are written in English, and I think I know what colors they are, but yeah. If I have the color name written in English, or if I just know the color name, I'll write it on here, but I think that's just red. And the red one that I thought matched the most was, even though that looks completely different, like you wouldn't expect those to match, I really think this one is the one. Oh, I did it wrong. Okay, hold on. Okay, so we've got the Mildliner, take two. And we've got the red Pen and Gear. Those are pretty close. Okay, and then let's go with the, what is this, Coral Pink Mildliner. And I might have to refer back to see which one. I think it was this one. We will try this one. It's very similar, but it's not exactly the same. Okay, and then we've got, oh, I said I was gonna write. I'm writing with the Pen and Gear Flair. This one is the Mildliner in, here, let's do this because I'm gonna keep turning my book and we need it like that. Okay, this is the Mildliner in the color Vermilion. And that one's like a very saturated kind of rust orange. And that was this one, I think. Yes, I think that's a perfect match. Okay, and then this is the Mildliner Gold. Now this one I need to refer to my initial test page because I know that the other yellow, I think it's gonna be this one because this color is more of a, like this, because there's two different, but let's just do them both. We'll do, this is the one that I think matches most, and yeah, that's like a perfect match. But let's also, because we have this other yellow, we can go ahead and put this here, I think, just so you can see the difference. Now we have, I think this is just called green in Mildliner, but I don't know. And which colors? We have this chartreuse color, and then this one is more of like a sea foam. So let's just put the chartreuse here. It's similar. Okay, and then next we have blue-green in Mildliner. I'm getting off my lines here. And that one, I don't know. I don't know if we have that. I think that's this one. Because we had the light blue, the smoke blue. Yes, so let's try this one and see. It's close. This one's definitely a more of a darker, like a more saturated tone. Okay, so now we have the smoke blue, which is like my favorite Mildliner of all time. I have extras of these that I've purchased individually because I use them so much. It's my preferred highlighter when I'm not trying to match a color to something. All right, and then on that one, I was thinking this is this very similar. Oh yeah, that's the same. Very good, very good. And then this one is a dark blue mild liner. One thing I am noticing is that the mild liners feel more wet, and the pen and gear feel a little more on like the dry side, but they don't feel like they're dried out, if that makes sense. Okay, that's exact as well. Dark blue. I am happy with that. Like, it doesn't bother me that it doesn't feel as wet. I don't think you would notice the difference. Like, if you purchased these and never used these, you wouldn't notice the difference. You wouldn't feel like these were dried out when you were using them. But using them side by side, these do feel more juicy. All right, so now we have one of the purple mild liners. And on that one, I'm thinking it's this purple here, because these ones are very different tones. And then this is like the more orchidy color. So that one was this more like a light purple. And then this one that I'm doing now is like more of an orchidy purple. And like I said, I don't have the actual names. And that one is like definitely this one here. Yeah, very, very close. All right, so now we have regular gray. This is the lighter of the two grays that I have for mild liners. Gray. And of course, we're gonna try the lighter gray from the Pen and Gear set. Very good, very much the same. Okay, and then we have, I think this is dark gray. Yes, it's called dark gray from Mildliner. And of course we'll try the dark gray from the Pen and Gear set. Very close. I feel like the Mildliner is slightly darker, but I actually like the Pen and Gear better because of that. Okay, and then the last Mildliner I have here is the brown one that comes in the pack, the basic variety pack, and I don't know the name of it, but we'll try this one. Okay, so let's move this up here for you to see. And there are more colors that come with the Pen and Gear set, but those ones, that is how they compare. If you're looking to compare what the colors are that you get with Mildliner. Okay, so now we're going to test the pack of Flairs. This is Candy Pop Special Edition. Like I said, they were on rollback at Walmart. Let me see what it says. Yes, so these are on sale for $19.51 when you purchase them online. There are 24 different pens here. So what I'm gonna do, and I don't think they have color names on them. So what we'll do is we'll open it up. If I could open it, I'm gonna need to find some scissors. There we go. So I will give you my initial reaction to what I think about the Flairs to begin with. And then I'm gonna test all the colors and just show you what's in the pack. So let's just start with the black. So right away I can tell these are different. Let me just show you how different they are. The one on top here is the Walmart Pen and Gear. You can see that written on the barrel, and you can see that it's got that fine point. And this is a Papermate Flair in the medium point. So that is like a huge difference already. I would say in my experience so far, the Pen and Gear ones are more like the Erin Condren. fine tips. Here, I'll just show you those. So the Erin Condren is the brown one on top, Pen and Gear is the middle one, and the Papermate Flairs is the bottom one. So they're already very different. So maybe we don't even compare the difference. And we just do a pen test. So this was called Candy Pop. Candy Pop. And I wish I knew the names of these, but I don't. So we're just gonna write the word Flair. So far, I'm just okay on them. Like I'm not, they are not like a standout, like, oh, I love these a lot. But I don't not like them. There's nothing wrong with them. They're just, to me, they're just like standard markers. I do like all of the shades they're coming in. Some of these look really nice. Like this yellow is a good yellow. Sometimes it's hard to get a good yellow. There we go. So those are all of our Papermate Flair colors. So far I am in love with this 24 pack of dual end markers from Pen and Gear. It's one of those things that if this was around before I purchased the Mildliners a million years ago, I would have been so happy with that purchase. I mean, they're so good. But I think something like Mildliner had to be around and had to gain popularity before the Pen and Gear product became viable on the market. I really like all of these. And this video is quite long already, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to find the Erin Condren colors and the Cultivate What Matters colors, and I will post photos of those on Instagram. So follow me on Instagram. I'll put my handle right there on the screen. It's also linked in my description, and that way you can see which ones match which colors that go with the Erin Condren monthly color scheme, as well as the Cultivate What Matters Cultivated Life Evaluation Goal Categories colors. And also I'll post a photo with, once I look up what these color names are, I'll post a photo with the color names as well. So that is it for this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up, and if you really liked it, please consider subscribing, because I post functional planning videos on my channel a few times a week, and if you liked this one, you're probably going to like those ones too, and I would love to see you in the next one. Until then, embrace your imperfections and just be you. Bye!